King Herod is curious about Jesus. He's heard about Jesus, obviously, and he knows that Jesus is being acclaimed as a powerful preacher and a worker of miracles. This King Herod, by the way, was the son of his father, of course, the original King Herod the Great, who's infamous for having slaughtered the innocents around the time of Jesus' birth, when the Magi came to him passing through Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the newborn king of the Jews?" And this King Herod was so jealous that he executed all children in the region who would have been about the same age of Jesus at the time. Like his father, this King Herod, during the time of Jesus, was also a brutal and paranoid man. He had John the Baptist beheaded in jail during his birthday party. Needless to say, this was a pretty dysfunctional family. And they were friends with Rome, who had installed this family as puppet rulers in the region. King Herod's curiosity about Jesus stemmed from the fact that some people were saying that Jesus was a great prophet, or that he was Elijah, the prophet whose coming was foretold at the end of time. Some were also saying that Jesus was John the Baptist raised from the dead. But Herod dismissed that idea, just admitting, pretty frankly, that he's the one who had John the Baptist killed. Anyway, today's passage ends by telling us that King Herod kept trying to see Jesus. He kept trying to see Jesus. Well, Herod would have his opportunity to see Jesus when Jesus was arrested and sent to King Herod for interrogation. But as we know, Jesus refused to speak to him. And a probably disappointed Herod ends up sending Jesus back to Pontius Pilate. You can imagine that there were, I think, a lot of people in Israel who wanted to see Jesus, catch a glimpse of him. After all, Jesus had a powerful reputation, right? And some people probably clamored to get a view of him. Sometimes I think about our own society's obsession with celebrities. People stalk them and looking for opportunities to take photos of them. Some people will do crazy things to get close to celebrities. I've experienced that a lot. Yeah. But what is more important? Seeing someone or having a relationship with them? Many people saw Jesus in action. They heard his words, but they didn't actually believe in him. It's one thing to know about someone or to be familiar with someone, but it's another thing to believe in them and to love them. That's the difference between King Herod and the disciples of Jesus, let's say. Herod was curious. The disciples were committed. Herod was motivated because of jealousy. The disciples were motivated by love. Herod was not a believer. The disciples believed. That's the difference in the way many people view Jesus today in our own society. To many, Jesus was a good man, a source of wisdom, a prophet, perhaps, maybe a miracle worker. To us, Jesus is the Word made flesh, the Son of God, the Savior and Redeemer of the world. We aren't just curious about Jesus. We know him, and we strive to be like him in all things. So there will always be curiosity seekers, but we're different. We seek the truth, and we have found the truth in Jesus.